What's up, guys? Welcome back to a video with your guy Dion Davis, the owner of Global Landscapers, and today I'm going to explain to you how I got scammed for $4,500, guys. Yes, $4,500. Let's get into it. The video playing in the background is just going to be some footage of me cleaning up this property, removing all this trees and brush, and I'm going to be putting in some pavers. So I hope you guys enjoy that. But without further ado, let's jump into the story. So how it all started off was at the beginning of me first getting my skid loader. It's a pretty hot commodity to have down here in Florida because, you know, you got so much brush and grass and so many jobs that you can get done with the skid loader. So when I first got it, I just kept it in my driveway, and actually one of my community neighbors came up and asked if I could actually do some work for him. And I was like, of course, because I'm never going to turn down any work, of course. Turns out he has an acre of land. He needs it cleared. It's mostly brush, but he wants some trees cut down, you know, taken away. And we're trying to come to an agreement on a price, and we end up coming to an agreement of $10,000, let's say. Skip forward, takes me about a week to do, and I get him on all the work that he wants me to do, and him and his wife seem very satisfied with. So him and his wife, they both seen where we were at on the progress, and they both loved it, and they both liked where I was at because I was getting done the work pretty efficiently, and you know, I'm only a one-man team, so for one man I was doing pretty well. So I believed where I was at, the next day that I was going to come back was going to be my last day. Pretty much going to be a day of cleanup and, you know, finishing up the job and just, you know, finishing everything out, making your last final touches before you just like, all right, well, I need the last payment, you know. And let me remind you guys that I'm a person that likes to take increments in payment because it was a bigger job. It was $10,000, right? So I've got where I've needed to get to the money, but for me to go back and, you know, start cleaning up and taking the trees that I cut down over to the dump and everything, that will be the remaining balance of the rest of the remaining money, which is at this point $4,500. So to add on to that, I had done everything that we previously spoke about before the job had been started. I completed all of the tasks that he wanted me to do. I cut down the trees he wanted. I cut all the brush back. And, you know, it was really looking real nice. So you would think it would be time for me just to come back, clean up, take all the trees that I had cut to the dump, and I would receive my last payment. Nope, that was wrong. After the day that I had done that, and before my last day of coming back, I had told him, I was like, I need another payment, you know, because I like getting increments before I finish the last piece of the job, before I come pick up all the rest of the trees. And he acted like he did not want to pay for some reason. And I was totally confused because I was there every day, 8 a.m., bright and early in the morning, sitting there clearing his land and doing a great job for him. But now when it's time to pay or pay another increment, he didn't want to pay up. So he told me to meet him back at the job site the next day, so I guess we can do a little walkthrough. I have no problem doing that because I love doing that with my customers, so we can see what he was talking about, that he wanted to get more done before he paid me my next increment. So I met him there, and he acted like he didn't want me to do the job anymore. All of a sudden, there's only a little tiniest bit left to do, and he doesn't want me to do the job anymore. And he says that, I'll find somebody else to do it, or I have another company that might want to do it, and we can kind of cut it here. I was like, that doesn't make any sense because the whole project is finished, and it's time for me to get paid. All I have to do is take all this stuff over to the dump. And mind you, all the stuff was already on my dump trailer. So we sat there for about an hour going back and forth on how much more he was going to pay me for the increment, and he was pretty much saying this is going to be my last payment and he wasn't going to pay me the full payment. So then he was going back and forth. He even had his dad come out. That was another contractor, but he was like a plumbing contractor, and they sat with me and pretty much kind of bullied me into not getting paid pretty much and scamming me right to my face. And at one point he was proclaiming that he was going to give me $1,000 extra, which I was fine with because it was better than nothing at this point, because obviously he kind of got over. And I forgot to tell you guys, I didn't get a signed contract, so this was kind of obviously my fault. But at this point he was saying he was going to give me an extra $1,000 before his father got there. And then once his father got there, I was like, you know what, I'm done talking about this because we're wasting each other's time. He's not going to pay me up. I didn't get the signed contract, so I messed up. So just give me my $1,000, I'll be on my way. Then all of a sudden, when I told him that, he was like, oh, I never said I was going to give you $1,000. I never said that. And then I'm sitting here like, what is going on? Why is he trying to gaslight me? Why is this guy trying to play with me? I'm just trying to do a good job, give him great work, and, you know, just do a good job. I'm not here to scam anybody. Like, if you want me to do more work, I have no problem with doing that. Even though that's not what we discussed, I will still do it. And he was like, no, I'll just get somebody else to do it. I have another company that said they can clean all the rest of it up for $5,500. And that's, $4,500. And that's how much more he owed me. So now we were just sitting here going back and forth, wasting time. Took about 2.5 hours of us going back and forth, him trying to discuss what was worth what, even though he agreed to the original price for how much work was getting done. But now he's trying to decide this was not worth this and this was not worth that, because you know all customers think they know what they're talking about when they really don't, because they do a little bit of Google research and now they think they're experts, even though they're not out here in the field every day like all the rest of us contractors. So now he was an expert at clearing land, and he knew how much everything costed, and he was not willing to pay me a dime more. So then I was going back and forth, and I even threatened him taking him to court, and he was like, okay, I won't pay you any more money. So I'm sitting here like, I can't really even take him to court because I really messed up. I didn't get a signed contract. The judge is going to look at me like I'm in the wrong because I'm the professional, obviously, and I'm supposed to do everything the right way. So that's on me. So at this point, I'm just trying to convince him just to give me the 1,000. He was like, you know what? I'll give you 500. And I was like, you know what? I'll just take it, because at this point I messed up. It's a learning lesson, and I'll never go through this again, because I'm never going on a job of any size, big or small, without a signed contract with customers, guys. And you want to know the kicker of this whole story? He was a cop. He was supposed to be serving and protecting our community, and this man is scamming the citizens of the town. I'm not going to put his information out there, but he is in Florida. He's in an area of Florida that I'm not going to disclose, but this guy was a cop. This guy had got done scamming me, and he said I had to go to work. He jumps in his police car and drives off to start his duty, start his shift. And I'm sitting here like, I can't believe I just got scammed by a cop. That is another reason why I didn't get a signed contract, because you think you can trust the law enforcement of your own community, but I guess not. So, I mean, goes to show, guys, never trust anybody. Get a signed contract, and never trust anybody, pretty much, especially in this field that we're in. There's a lot of scammers. There's a lot of people that will do you wrong, and I'll be the first to tell you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned a lot, but thanks.